Alright, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. It is a cold and rainy day here in Steamboat Springs. We have a used Peterbilt. I went ahead and got myself a used EMT Peterbilt 359. Haven't really driven this one since I debuted it and did my build and drive video. If you guys haven't seen that and want to know if this truck is going to be for you or not, go ahead and look down in the description and I'll have a link to that build and drive. Another reason why I want to get to this 359 is because it gives me a perfect opportunity to try out an engine for the first time. It's version 2 of SlavJerry's Cat 3408. It's the air start version, which is really cool. And as many of you know, 3408 doesn't have a Jake on it. The Zeemods version, I believe, didn't have anything. This one actually has a brake saver. It does work. It actually is functional, but you lose that whole Jake feeling. That's okay. I think it matches perfectly with this EMT 359. The third reason why I'm driving this 359 today is because, well, if you guys have Zeemods Peterbilt interior pack, you probably received an email that it got an update and it added several trucks, one of which is this EMT Peterbilt 359. For those of you that prefer the FLX, it's already on there from before, but they've also added Outlaws 359. So you got 3 different 359s that you can get with this Peterbilt interior pack and the audio framework from Zeemods. I have, obviously, the 3408 Cat in this, and I also have Fury6's 13-speed. It's an Eaton Fuller 613. I got 3 gears in the low end, 5 in the mid, and 5 in the high. You basically shift it very similar to a 10-speed, but you also have another range where you can pick up 3 lower gears. And that's pretty cool. I like it. So we're going to go ahead and get going. Again, in Steamboat Springs, we are loading... we have loaded up some cat loader tires, 17,640 pounds, not too bad at all. Looks actually much heavier than it really is. And we're headed to Casper, down to the Caterpillar to deliver these things. Let's go ahead and get going. All right. Go ahead and cut off the... cut that off for just a second. The track IR. Get the lights on. Oh. Got some glowing green in here. Crazy. Where's that coming from? Is that an interior thing? I do have, with the beacons, I don't know, maybe I'll be able to see if it's, once I get out of here. I do have on this trailer, which is the updated to 1.52, this is the Kalyn Siebert flat deck, or step deck, from Dro Modding. So, kind of anxious to get that going. Let's get the headlights on. Get the parking brake off. I'm going to go ahead and run the beacons. I have beacons. Do I have beacons on the back of the truck? I have beacons on the back of the trailer. That's what I have. No beacons on the truck. But we'll get our 4-ways on again and enable the track IR, and we'll go ahead and get going. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and get started in our highest low gear, if that makes sense, gear 3. So normally what you would do is you go behind them, you go to the mid and the high range using the range selector like you normally would, and you access that low range. Let's get some wipers on, huh? You get to the low range actually by using the splitter, and I've got the second stick enabled right now as my splitter. Alright, we're pulling out of there. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got on this updated Kalyn Siebert, made compliant for 1.52, also fixed a few bugs here and there. And this is a real rough 359. We haven't done a whole lot. It's got some rust on the wheels. We definitely, and pretty much everything else is just base aluminum. Haven't done a whole lot to it. Obviously, it's still got the original engine on it, 3408. I don't know if I'm going to change that out or not. Let's get up to the mid-range. Got Zeemods FOV mirror mod in here, helping us out. Of course, it would help a whole lot more if I rolled down the windows. Is what it is. We'll get the beacon off now. Leave those 4-ways on till we're out of the complex here. Looks like we're going to the left, so we'll cut it a little sharper here. See if we can get a top down. And let's hope that no one's coming. No one's coming, right? Oh! Almost had it. Almost had it. That's embarrassing. I was trying to get a trying to get a cool view for you guys. We can just go ahead and get started in fourth. This thing's so light. Wait till they get the gate open. Yeah, let's just go ahead and start it from a dead stop in fourth. I think we're fine. Oh yeah. We don't even need those low gears today. But yeah, it's essentially what it is. If you know how to drive a 10-speed, then just imagine using the splitter to go into a lower range. So you got 3 lower gears. That's basically what we're talking about. Get our seatbelt on, since we have that. There it goes, clicking in, since we have that audio framework going. I wasn't aware I was going to get glowing inside here. If I turn on the beacon, I wonder if we can see the glow underneath the trailer. I know he has made it a little bit more subtle. Definitely, it's probably only going to be something we can see at night. Alright, we got to get going. There it is. I think we got a 375 differential in here. So we're going to have no problems, especially with a light load. We just might not be that quick. Going to the upper range. And we got 5 up here. Get those 4-ways off. Put a little bit of speed on. We got a brake saver. You guys get a good listen to that. It's pretty cool. Alright, going off to the right. Doesn't look like anyone's coming down that hill. Just went ahead and skipped one. And we'll be in the high range right now. I have the, because of the Zeemods audio framework, I have elected to, because I can control the engine fan, and I've elected to put it in kind of an auto mode. I wasn't aware that there were different modes for the engine fan before. I thought it was either just on or off, but just like you can engage the reefer, where it can be on, off, or auto, you can do the same thing with the engine fan. So it's set to go off at, I believe it's 90 degrees Celsius. I want to say that's probably, God, I did the math before, and I want to say it's probably around 180, 185 degrees Fahrenheit, for those of you watching your gauges. Brake saver. You hear that high-pitched whine? I like this 3408. Hey, and SlavJerry, good job on this. Obviously, the SlavJerry's engines are free, so really got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. See if we can skip again. Nice. I'm pretty familiar with SlavJerry's engines at this point. Has a little bit of that fall off on this 3408. Not quite the same as his Cat C12 or his Mac E6. Those things have crazy fall off, especially in conjunction with certain transmissions. I think we need to get these wipers off because it's not raining anymore. Which way are we going? We're gonna hang a left. Oh, we're not gonna make it. Brake saver. You can hear it a little bit more from the outside. Oh, I thought that was... I didn't know this was a one-way street. Well, that's going to make it pretty hard to turn left. Oh, man. And, of course, they're piled up as soon as you got to turn. Well, let's see what we can do to make it work. We'll just cut in on them. It'll help if we get a little bit of a running start. We'll obviously let this guy go. but we got to get over right after him, so... Well, water temp is sitting at about 170, so we'll be getting on the road shortly, and that engine fan should be kicking in automatic. Come on, guy. Come on, guy. Ah. I mean, obviously he's got the right of way. But, I don't know. Most people would have taken that hint. So these tires are pretty wide. I'm a little bit wider than my trailer, so I got to keep that in mind. Just another thing to think about. Oh, as I hit the brakes a little bit harder than I should. Hear that squeal? Gotta love that. So it's all part of the audio framework. You get the weather, you get the weather sounds, the wheel and tire sound. Anticipating that speed up. Just watching the tack, making sure we can still float these and not miss too many of them. And we are out on the open road. Got the pivot cam in here today. Finally remembered to put it in. That's so cool. Be able to look around just like you normally would, but from the outside, and you guys get a nice view of what's going on here. Let me take a break for just 1 second here, quick. Let me show you where we're driving. So we just picked up in Steamboat Springs, and we're headed north on the 13, which is also or turns into the 789. Then we're going to go east on the 80, and we'll run into Rollins, keep going on that 789, then hit the 220 and get off in Casper. So that's what we're driving today. Meant to show you that at the beginning. Sorry about that. Oh, we got tons of power in here. I believe it's a 450 horsepower. Let me hit the brake saver from here. You can take a listen. Yep, you can hear that whine. It's effective too. It really is effective. So trying something a little bit different today. I do have PNG bass in here. Oh, nice. Got the bypass. So I have PNG's bass in here, and I'm not using PNG's weather though. I'm actually using Grimes's old. It's late autumn, early winter. So everything should look a little bit more dull. There we go. Let's hit the cruise control. Kind of look around while we don't fly off the road. It's pretty cool. Get another view here. Look at those rusty wheels. Those rusty wheels are compliments of Jasper. Slowing way down, way down. And get to 30. And we're doing okay, even though we're pulling about 1350 on the RPMs. This is doing just fine. Keep it here. Make it nice and easy on the engine and transmission. So I wanted to let you guys know, As I mentioned at the beginning, Zeemods has updated the Peterbilt interior, and I did mention that it's good for the FLX 359, the Outlaw 359, and this EMT 359. It's also good for the F3D 389, the auto hauler. What else we have? Ruta's 579 NG is also good for the Peterbilt interior now. Chaos Shadowwalker's 352 is another one, and one that I'm kind of excited about that I haven't really messed with a whole lot lately, and I should, is Half-Assed Gaming's Project 3XX. So Peterbilt version 1 and 2 incorporated as well. And it's nice to see, like, once you get into this whole audio framework with the interior packs and the new engines that Zeemods is coming out, it's like you want to have them in everything. And not disappointing, he's actually making that happen. Made some changes also with the with Dom's 379. It's I guess now using the 389 sounds to intensify it a little bit. One thing I'm noticing right now, the tack is way off. It's reading in the truck about 2100 RPMs. I'm at 1500. The tack is way off, unfortunately. Still doesn't like detract from the overall aesthetic and look and feel and stuff. The ride's nice and, you know, put together, but if you're learning how to shift, especially learning how to float, you're gonna be relying on that RPM quite a bit, and it's off by a solid 700, 800 RPMs. It's way too high. So EMT Mods needs to address that. I don't know if he's done any updates with the EMT 359, but I believe it was the first mod that he put out. I don't think there is that problem with the International 9600, but maybe that was already fixed. I believe that's pretty much it as far as the updates. Oh yeah, and that Chaos Shadowwalker 352, it's the non-modify version. So it's not the new one with all the updates, it's the one that you can go to his site if you already own it and click on the link and download it the old way, especially if you want to avoid modify. But yeah, that's about it on that update. Still trying to get to all of my other updates. Dro he's put so many updates. He was updating for 350, 351, 352 came out of nowhere, but he wasn't just making the updates to make it compliant and everything. He's also released like at least 2, if not 3 versions of his light flare pack in the meantime. So it seems like every 2 weeks the guy's throwing out a new update. Really keeping on top of it, and for the most part he's trying to get it out on multiple trailers. The latest ones, as we hit this sign, get that brake saver on. The latest ones that he has out is this Kalyn Siebert Stepdeback, but he also has it for the utility 3000R trailer, and I'm sure he's going to get around to getting it on the other ones. We're looking clear. Got tons of power in this. There's 1800 RPMs. What's reading? See, look, when I'm switching out, when I'm getting ready to shift, it's reading at about 2250, and it drops down to like 2100. That is, I mean, even if it's off by that amount of number, like, you shouldn't be within a 200 RPM band when it's time to shift and after you've shifted. This I know. So that needs a little bit of work. But otherwise, liking the aesthetics and everything. I like the wrap on the shifter. Pretty cool. Yeah, we got about an hour 53. I'll get some more exterior for you, and I'll be back when we're closer to the drop-off. Alright, about 12 minutes left on the drive as we're headed into Casper now. Slowing down a little bit. So I did notice a little bit more swaying than I've been used to in the past, and I totally forgot that I put, is it H3D? I put H3D's physics on it. He's got a couple different choices, and one of them is the leaf spring, which you would be driving. That's the kind of style. I'm going anyway. I'm going anyway. You know what? You're gonna say that I ran the red light anyway. Oh, no. Crazy, and no signal. There it is. It's been given it to me at the end when I'm completing the intersection, whether it's red when I enter or not. Ah, crazy. Anyway, looks like we're pulling up to Caterpillar here. Been here a couple different times in previous videos. For anyone behind me, let's go ahead and get that beacon on. And that was my shifter going into the wrong gear. Well, right slot, but it was registering the wrong gear. Same problem as I pointed out last time. It's ongoing. Get it into that low range. This would be where you'd move the splitter. So we can kind of take our time. Where are we dropping? Oh, that should be pretty easy. We got plenty of room. We should be able to get in those lines and not rub the tires on the side. There it is. Alright. Parking brake set. Beacons off. We'll leave the four-ways on since we're kind of out in traffic still. Parking lights on only. And we will shut her down. Alright, welcome to Casper. Thanks for coming along with the drive. If you have any questions about the latest update to Zeemods Peterbilt interior pack, how it works with the truck, any questions about Dro Modding's Kalyn Siebert drop deck on there, or SlavJerry's updated 3408, just go ahead and leave a comment or a question down below. Thanks for coming along. If you enjoyed what you saw today, go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you can see all my videos, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.